Hi YouTube. Back again. I know I said I'd do my next video when I did my orientation, but I figured I'd do one now. Sorry for the lighting. Like I said in my first video, I'm a transport driver, so I'm actually in my transport right now, and it's 10 after 12 in the night. So, first off, I wanted to apologize for looking so down and depressed in my first video. I had actually just stepped on the scale and was at the highest weight I've ever been at in my whole entire life, and then did the video, so it was, as I'm sure you could all understand, it was quite depressing. So, anyways, I had a few thoughts that I wanted to touch on, and one of them being that quitting smoking and how I did it. I've smoked for over 20 years, since I was about 8 years old. From 8 years old until I was 15, it was on and off. I never inhaled though, so which is why I was able to do the on and off. I figure, anyways. I was always terrified of my mom finding me out. I'm sure that always helped too, and whatever. I spent years trying to quit after I was 15. That's the first time I inhaled. I tried multiple ways, both cold turkey, patch, gum, the drugs that you can take, such as Zyban, to quit smoking with. Cold turkey, I tried. The longest I was able to go cold turkey was 6 months, but I was sucking on hard candies. So basically, I was transferring my addiction onto something else, which in itself is not good, as we all know. So yes, over the years I've tried multiple times to quit. It's never really worked. Up until shortly after, actually, I found out about weight loss surgery in Ontario from my friend, that it's covered under OHIP. She had let me know that she had several friends who had had it done, and that OHIP does cover it. Just a little background on that. I had looked at getting the lap band done about 4 years ago. As I said in my first video, I got turned down because I wasn't I wasn't eligible to be financed for the surgery, so I never got it done. Well, when my girlfriend, who is also one of my coworkers, let me know that Ontario covers weight loss surgery, I started looking into it. A couple of weeks after, she's actually the one who helped me quit smoking too. A couple of weeks after she had let me know about the weight loss surgery, her and her husband decided to start vaping, and quickly got me on board with them, in that she smoked a half pack a day and he smoked a pack and a half. And she said that both of them were doing extremely well on the vaping, that neither one of them was craving, that they hadn't touched cigarettes since they picked up the vape, and everything like that. So I was like, well, maybe I should give it a try. Now, I understand there's bad hype around it, and there's good hype. I mean, whatever. When I talked to my doctor about it, she said that it's still fairly new. There are no studies surrounding it. as to whether it is bad for your health or not, and to just use it as I needed to quit smoking. And good luck. So that's what I did. November 22nd, I went and I bought all the stuff that I needed to quit using the vape. I started on 12 milligrams of nicotine in my fluid and quickly worked my way down from 12 to 6 to 3 to nothing. A lot faster than they had suggested in the shop. They suggested that I take 3 months for each level to allow my body to get used to the levels, but I found that each level I did quickly got too strong and too harsh. So I just went with it, and when it felt like that, moved down to the next level down, and so on and so forth, until I think it took me about a month and a half from the time I started vaping until the middle of January, where I went to 0 milligrams of nicotine, which is what I still currently use. And I say currently use because when I find myself craving extremely bad, then I will pick up my vaporizer and I will have a puff or two. For the most part, I don't touch it. I haven't, other than yesterday, I haven't touched it in almost a week. I think I have very successfully quit smoking with the aid of my vaporizer, and I still have it, and I still have fluid for it, and everything like that, so that, if the need arises, it's there, and that I find is perfectly acceptable, because I'm not killing myself anymore with smoking a cigarette. The other thing I wanted to touch on was how my husband and I eat. Yes, we're truck drivers. We pretty well live in our transport. We gave up our apartment when we came out here to drive together 4 years ago. And so right now, when we go home, during the winter, we stay in a hotel, which is usually about once a month for a few days, and then we're back out on the road. During the summertime, we're home a little bit more often. We have a trailer in a trailer park and some really great friends there that we love to go to. For right now, our ultimate goal is that we want to buy a piece of land and build ourselves a nice little house that, suits what we want. And we'll get there one day, who knows when. But for now, we live in our transport. And we eat in our transport. We actually have a rice cooker that we use to cook with. We've moved through many different modes of cooking, living in our transport. We had a hibachi at one point. We had a single burner with propane, the little tiny propane tanks that are like this big. We had that for quite a while. Then we ended up going to electric frying pan. We've had a George Foreman grill. We've tried the hot plate. What else? We've had a pressure cooker. We do have a microwave. I think that's pretty much about it. The one we kept for the longest was the electric frying pan. But towards the end, we were finding that the food that we were cooking was just too greasy, and neither one of us could really handle it. I had heartburn all the time, and grease never does the body good. So we ended up finding a rice cooker, and we cooked everything in it. Our meat, our vegetables, My husband makes soups all the time. We make chilies. We make we make cabbage rolls, but we call them Lazy Man's cabbage rolls. So instead of doing it like a normal cabbage roll, we'll get like coleslaw, and or just a head of cabbage and just chop it up. Coleslaw is a lot easier, and we'll make it, without the rice, just vegetables and sauce and cabbage. It's actually pretty good. With or without cheese, whatever seasonings we want. We stay pretty healthy for the most part, in the way that we eat. I want to say diet, but I don't want to say diet because it's our eating lifestyle. We have done quite a few diets. None of them we've stuck to, obviously, or I wouldn't be here today. So basically, now I say we are the author of our own eating habits, because being in a transport, cooking and having access to different things is not readily available like it would be if you were in a house. So, but for the most part, we eat salads. I do. My husband, not so much. But we eat vegetables, both cooked and fresh. Fruits. Meat we keep pretty well to chicken and turkey, because, beef is high in hormones. That, and my husband's body, because of the health problems he deals with, doesn't break down as easily. So we're okay with that. We'll have it once in a while, like we'll go to a restaurant occasionally now, not as much as we used to, and we'll grab a burger and a steak or whatever, and we're good with that. We both take vitamins regularly. Me more so now, since I found out about the weight loss surgery, because I figure the more things I can get used to doing now, the easier I will make it on myself, once I am able to get the surgery done. The more habits things will be. And so a lot of things I have changed since the middle of November in preparation for getting this done, well before I was referred, knew that I had been accepted, and got my orientation date, because I was determined, one way or another, that I was going to be having this done, so that I have this tool readily available to me to use to be able to get the weight off. So, in the meantime, thank you to those of you who have watched. I will post next week after the orientation to give a little bit of heads up on things that are covered in the orientation and whatnot, for those who don't know. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate it. For those of you who have taken the time to listen. Okay? Have a good night.